This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. House of wanted man's father set on fire in St. Bess. Police have confirmed that a house belonging to the father of wanted man Tommy Thompson in Magotty Hill, St. Elizabeth, was damaged in a suspected arson attack over the weekend. Thompson is one of 3 suspects in the murder of business owners 53-year-old Shi Young Shu and the 48-year-old He Kong Wan. Shu and Wan were killed when gunmen held up Jojo's supermarket in Bellevue District on December 23, 2021. Brothers Nigel and Nicholas Walters, both from St. Mary, have been arrested and charged. The police have confirmed that in the early hours of Friday, the house was set ablaze. The fire was set hours after lawmen conducted another raid on the community and searched several houses. Thompson reportedly eluded cops on Monday during a shootout. Portland terrified of deviant Brian. Nadine Anderson and her 2 daughters are terrified. Word came last Tuesday that deviant Brian, the main suspect in last October's abduction of 2 girls in St. Thomas and at least 1 attack this year, was back in their Durham Gap community and had reportedly commented on how much her daughters had grown. From that me afraid. People see man can't tell me say him inna the area. Some enough he send me pitney them a road alone because him say me pitney them get big, she said. It's somebody I know, but it's 6 years me and him no deal. She also dismissed the rumors that her mother had been helping Brian. Me have a cousin who hear people saying my mother help him. My mother live at Bat Spring, not Durham. I don't know nothing about him, said Anderson. She was speaking with the news last Thursday, a day after what is suspected to be Brian's latest attack on a woman in Durham Gap. The incident had robbed Anderson's daughters of their appetite for food, replacing it with a throat-clogging fare. He attacked her and threw her in the bush. Alright, mash up. A man told the news of the alleged attack, which is said to have occurred about 10:30 a.m. The woman, who was rescued after she made an alarm, was taken to the Port Antonio Hospital for treatment. She was later transferred to another hospital where she was admitted. Residents said the woman, who knows Brian, was able to describe him as her attacker. The police have confirmed that he is a suspect in that incident. Residents said Brian had lived in Durham Gap, then moved to Norwich in the parish before heading to St. Thomas. They said he is back in Durham Gap, but they are afraid to report him to the police as he has threatened to harm those who do so. Residents have welcomed the police patrols taking place in the area since last Wednesday's attack, but they think more needs to be done. These things don't happen up here and we want him out. Look what him do to the lady, said one resident. Many stay inside their homes, fearfully peering through windows while machete-wielding men from the community walk around in groups. I am living in fear. I can't go to the gully down there, said Anderson, as she pointed to the area below the road. See me bag with me planting sucker. Me plant ground down the gully. And when me hear that him debout, and is down there him move, me no go down there. I buy them to plant as I have the children going to high school, and I have to help, and I can't just depend on the man alone, she said. Residents showed the news a hut they believe is being used by Brian. Inside was a slab of sponge apparently for sleeping, a lighter, a Dutch pot containing a meal of rice and mackerel, a fireside and a drum of water. Coffee, bananas, cocoa and pineapple were among the crops planted nearby. On Monday, the Portland police once again urged Brian to turn himself in. Deviant Brian is asked to surrender to the police as there is a warrant out for his arrest, Superintendent in charge of Portland Kenneth Chin said. Brian is wanted for illegal possession of firearm and rape. He is out on bail but failed to appear before the Portland Circuit Court on February 17, and the judge issued a warrant for his arrest. Administrators of the parish's College of Agriculture, Science and Education suspect him of being involved in last Thursday's attack on a female student, but this has not been confirmed by the police. On Monday, Superintendent Chin repeated an appeal to residents not to help the fugitive, whom he said is often in Norwich or Durham Gap in Portland, as well as Bath in St. Thomas. Man shot dead by police in Denham Town. An unidentified man was shot dead during a confrontation with the police in Denham Town, Kingston on Wednesday afternoon. The news understands that about 1 p.m., cops were responding to a shooting incident on Albert Street when they were reportedly fired upon by gunmen. The cops reportedly took evasive action and returned the fire, hitting one of the men, who later died. A pistol was seized in the incident. NCB to close 5 branches as of May 6. National Commercial Bank has announced that it will be closing 5 more branches from its network of 32. In an email advisory to customers, NCB said the closures will take effect on May 6. NCB branches to be closed are Hagley Park Road, Washington Boulevard, Oxford Road, Cross Road branches, and the Black River. However, the 24/7 bank and on-the-go areas, or ABMs, will remain in all the locations except Oxford Road, where usage is said to be relatively lower than most. Family offers reward to locate missing Clarendon senior citizen. Family members of 75-year-old Clarence Thompson, who has been missing for over 2 weeks, remain worried as they continue to seek the assistance of the police and the public to locate him. Thompson, who lives in Lioneltown, Clarendon, has been missing since March 1. He left home for the local post office to collect his pension but did not return. The elder, who lives alone and has no children, was accompanied to the post office by a woman hired by his family to cook for him. It is reported that when they went to the post office, they were informed that the pension was not available at the time, and so the woman instructed him to return home. This, according to Thompson's nephew, Henry Hines, who said that this was not an unusual occurrence, as the senior citizen would travel back home on his own. Thompson, however, did not return home that day, leaving residents and family members concerned about his whereabouts. Normally he would go on the road because he's not of an unsound mind or anything like that, said Hines, noting that Thompson was born and raised in Lioneltown district and was well known by community members who, if they saw him, would ensure he returned safely if he strayed too far from home. Hines admitted that it was difficult for him to determine what went wrong. Thompson's family is offering a reward of $50,000 to anyone who can locate him. The family is also appealing for the public's help in the search for the missing senior citizen. Since Thompson's disappearance was reported to the Lioneltown police station within the same week of the incident, his family has organized many search parties with the help of residents to locate him. He is well known in the community. I mean, he is not married, doesn't have any children, but he takes care of everybody's child, like it's just his children, Hines said. Hines, who lives in Manchester, said that he has visited Lioneltown as much as he can when not at work and has even flown a drone over the area where Thompson was reported to be seen last, but he has come up without success. Senior Superintendent Glenford Miller, the commanding officer of the Clarendon Police Division, told the news on Tuesday that the police are aware of the situation and that a search to locate Thompson has not been successful. Persons with information that can help to locate Corbin Thompson are being asked to call 876-359-5865 or 876-344-4436 or the nearest police station. Parents urged to look out for post-COVID syndrome in children. Parents are being advised to look out for symptoms of multi-inflammatory system syndrome in children who have recovered from the coronavirus. Medical Officer of Health for Westmoreland, Dr. Marcia Graham, said that children who have had COVID-19, whether they were symptomatic or asymptomatic, may be susceptible to the illness. She was addressing the monthly meeting of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation held in Savannah-Lamar recently. MISC is a condition where different body parts can become inflamed, including the heart, lungs, kidneys, brain, skin, eyes, or gastrointestinal organs. The condition can be serious but most children who are diagnosed have recovered with medical care. In the weeks following COVID-19, 2, 3, 4 weeks down the line, the children can come down with this post-COVID syndrome. It presents with a fever. If they have a fever for more than a day, get it checked out, Graham said. Some of them have vomiting and diarrhea. It might not be gastroenteritis. It could be this post-COVID syndrome that we need to monitor to make sure that their blood pressure does not drop too much, she pointed out. Graham said there have been more than 10 cases of MISC in the parish and all the patients have recovered, but they must come in to get the necessary monitoring and care. Some of them, their parents had no clue that they had COVID, but when they came into hospital and we do the blood test, it showed that they had COVID-19 in the past, although they did not have symptoms. So be on the alert for that, she stressed. Information from Johns Hopkins Medical in the United States indicates that MISC usually affects school-age children, most commonly 8 to 9 years old, but the syndrome has also been seen in infants and young adults. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.